Tonight, from Nissan Stadium in Nashville, Tennessee, it's Thursday Night Football on EA Sports. We'll see Ryan Tannehill and the Tennessee Titans taking on Jacoby Brissett and the Indianapolis Colts.
Being located in the Music City, this building has hosted a lot of great music acts since its inception, but this is what she was made for, NFL football, and that's what we have today in Nashville at Nissan Stadium. This crowd here fired up for football as a moment ago their Titans were introduced. This should be a good one as the Titans get set to match up with the Indianapolis Colts. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, we take a look at this Titan Ball Club entering play. They come in losers of 2 straight, so they're trying to right the ship here a little bit. The shadows starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. So the Colts now coming out for their opening drive. They'll be led out by their quarterback in his 5th season now from NC State. It's Jacoby Brissett.
And what I enjoyed in preparing for this game was talking not just with the coaching staff, but with him as well. And I found it interesting that the coaching staff sees him one way, and he sees himself an entirely different way.
Yeah, one thing he said he's always working on, we know he's not bad at this, but his footwork, always wants to improve that, and that's something he's going to focus on here.
And what was so funny, what the offensive coordinator say right off the top, he's got great footwork. Love his footwork. So this guy is never satisfied.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Harold Landry able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Then the right down and the definite distance to take a shot downfield, but it didn't work out the way that they had envisioned.
No, that's a situation where if you take a sack close to the line of scrimmage, it's not that bad, but a loss like that, you can't take a sack there.
Yeah, absolutely. The one thing you cannot do, they did.
An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. From the gun, here's Brissett. He's got Burton here. And they're going to get him down well short of the 1st as he can only get this to the 30.
There's an example of good situational football being played by a defense. They understood where the 3rd down play was, the down and distance, and made sure that they didn't get anywhere near that, bringing up 4th down.
Yeah, they were sniffing out that marker, didn't want to let him get close to there, and now a likely 3 and out to start.
Yeah, I love the way they rallied to the football and got to him and made sure he didn't give up much run after catch.
Out is Rigoberto Sanchez on 4th down to punt this thing. Back deep is Tavon Austin. So a change of possession here on the punt, and it'll be Titan football. Tennessee offense set to go to work for the first time, and at QB, the man signed to a big 4-year deal back in March. That's Ryan Tannehill.
And it would be interesting to see pretty early in this one exactly where his head is, because the best quarterbacks shake off performances like he had last week. Way too many interceptions. Didn't throw a touchdown pass. Team lost the game. Let's see if he can bounce back and get things going in the right direction.
They'll be trying to forget those 3 picks, as you noted. The numbers there for Brown from a week ago. 5 catches, 73 yards.
This defense is ranked near the bottom of the league against the pass. You get the sense that he feels like if he gets covered on any call, he's going to be upset. He thinks he should be open on every snap in this game.
Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 11 yards there, 1st down.
Nice carry there by Derrick Henry. Picks up a 1st down. And when you say workhorse, you're thinking about Derrick Henry. Won the rushing title in 2019 with 1,540 yards on the ground and 16 rushing touchdowns. went to his first Pro Bowl, and carried his team to the AFC Championship game.
A solid run by Derrick Henry, and here's another 1st and 10. And to give this time to the tailback. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
The tackle made by Bobby Okereke. A gain of 2.
On 2nd down, here's Henry.
At their 48.
And he's able to break out of 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down.
He was brought down at his 49-yard line. A gain of a yard brings up 3rd and 7.
Throwing on 3rd down, Tannehill. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
2nd drive coming up here for the Indianapolis Colts. And a 3-and-out on that 1st drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out with a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that 1st drive?
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
It's a gain of 4, and it's 3rd down.
Brissett from the gun on 3rd. This one into the hands of Burton. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Call it a gain of 5 as they move the sticks.
And the Colts 1st down.
They'll run. This is Jonathan Taylor. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Indianapolis moving the chains there on a gain of 12.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
A couple of 1st downs, has the football positioned at the 43 as they come up 1st and 10. Back to Taylor on 1st down. Kevin Byard up to make the tackle.
End result of that one, a nice 4-yard gain, so you can use that to set up your play-action game, or you can come right back and continue to run the football because as an offensive play caller, you're on schedule and feeling pretty good about your next couple of calls.
On 2nd down, it's Taylor. And he's taken down at the 50 after a short gain of 2.
The tackle made by Kevin Byard. It's a gain of 2 yards, and it's 3rd down.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He'll take a shot. This is caught inside the 15. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line.
You can feel the effort all the way up here. He tried his best to get there. Didn't quite make it, but down around the 2-3-yard line, gotta love the effort, and especially the big play that gave his offense a great opportunity.
It's a 5-receiver set. 3 to the left, 2 to the right. From the 2, here's 1st and goal. Out of the gun, Brissett. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. There's Vic Beasley. Always tough to block as he gets in to bring him down.
That I'm struggling to understand a little bit. That close to the goal line, 1st down, run the football. If you want to throw it, throw some play action on 2nd down.
It's 2nd and goal, but now all the way back at the 14. From the shotgun, it's Brissett. He completes this one to Mack. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down. The ball mere inches from the white line on 3rd and goal. Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
Blankenship's kick is good. And the Colts hit the scoreboard first. It's 3-0.
Colts 3, Titans nothing.
So unable to convert for the touchdown inside the red zone, but they do come away with 3.
Yeah, it's a 32-yarder. That's essentially an extra point nowadays, right? Because it's 33 as a general rule for these guys. So it should be a simple kick. But you know what's really strange nowadays? When they miss an extra point, I think they carry that with them longer than missing a field goal because an extra point's supposed to be automatic.
Absolutely, and I would think even field goals inside of 30 yards, even though they're substantially shorter than a PAT, it just has a different feel, doesn't it?
A different feel, a different vibe. That's what I get from all the kickers I talk to. They always say if I miss an extra point, that's the one that bothers me more.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
Brought down.
In on the tackle, Kamoko Toure.
No gain on the play.
Flag comes in. This might be a free play. Going for the deep ball. And that'll be incomplete. The flag was down, so they took a shot, thinking it's on the defense. Let's see. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call. Mark off the 5 and keep it moving.
Here's a 2nd and 5 now after the offsides penalty. From the gun, here's Tannehill. He's got his tight end, Anthony Ferkser. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
At the 40.
Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. And you know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
That one 28 yards on the ground.
They came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
30-yard line.
Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line. Derrick Henry. About 3 yards there to the 27.
Derrick Henry, the ball carrier.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and
The toss right to Henry. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. And they'll run it from the gun with Millie. And he's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7.
the ball carrier. He's tackled at the 7-yard line.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
Score Colts 3, Titans nothing.
2nd down and 3, ball on the 7. Tannehill going to turn and give this to Henry. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
The tackle made.
Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2.
Brings up 3rd down and 2.
His pass caught at the 4.
Tannehill's pass complete to Jonnu Smith. A gain of 2.
Well, it wasn't a big strike, but that completion put them in really great range. What do we have now, 4th and inches?
Yeah, it's not more than a half a foot.
You know what I would do here?
You would always go for it.
I'm one of those guys.
field goal unit, and Joey Sly now. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And this one is right through. And that will tie us at 3-3.
3-3.
A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens, because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. And a methodical drive last time, but they couldn't get that knockout blow. They had to settle for 3.
But you got to like what they've been doing along the way, right? It's almost like the body blows, the setup punch. As you said, they didn't get the knockout blow here, but that doesn't mean it can't come later in the game on another possession. And the defense on the other side,
maybe a little gas.
Yeah, a little tired. And if nothing else, they just feel relieved getting upfield and giving up 3. They don't exactly feel like they've handled the offense.
Now here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give them 14 on that one and a first down. They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down. To throw, Brissett hits his target, the tight end, Mo Alley Cox. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
At the 40.
On play action, Brissett. Pressure comes, and the Titans able to bring him down. Jeffrey Simmons able to record his 5th sack of the season. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
The Colts on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Brissett. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. The pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down.
Coverage was awfully tight there on 3rd down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback.
Their own 20-yard line.
And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
It was Matthew Adams who got him down on the defensive side.
Brings up 2nd.
Another scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. And we were down on the field watching Henry warm up before the game. He's a big man. No wonder he breaks those tackles.
And you remember what I told you when we were watching? It's not all pads. I mean, you get him out of pads and just see him in a regular suit or an outfit. He is a huge human being and a lot faster than what people know. When he gets rolling, he's a lot to bring down.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. 10th carry now for Derrick Henry. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33.
Derrick Henry, the ball carrier.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
3-yard line. A 3-yard pickup.
They'll try the air now with Tannehill. He completes this into the hands of Miller.
Lamar Miller.
2 first downs have him up to the 41 now for 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
This is Henry. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
He was tackled.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure you're back. You spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
On second down, it's Henry, and he's going to get forward for about 5, but that may be coming back. What say you, Mr. Referee? So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. On second down, here's Tannehill. He'll find Miller. That's complete. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
The last catch took him 2 yards in the wrong direction, so now what can they do on 3rd? Smith catches left side. And he'll get this up near midfield, but that's still a few yards shy of the first down. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
I think that we all figured when he caught it that short of the marker that the defense almost relaxed and said, we got this covered. And then all of a sudden, space to run after the catch. And now they're screaming, somebody get him down. Fortunately, they got to him and forced the 4th down.
Here's Brett Kern now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time.
Lions on the return. The Colts take over 1st and 10.
Now out comes their leader and the captain of this offense back onto the field. And maybe he's starting to wave the white flag a little bit. He's playing pretty well, but the pressure, it's got to him.
Has to find a way to step around it, step through it, or just handle it. Because, as you mentioned, he's having a pretty good day overall. Just the hits keep coming and taking those sacks. That's not the way that they want to finish a ball game with their quarterback on the ground so much.
He'd like to stay upright. When he's been upright, he's been pretty good. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
A 6-yard pickup brings up
on 2nd down and 4. Brissett, Campbell making the catch. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
A gain of 12.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Off the play fake. Here's Brissett. He'll get that one to Taylor complete. That catch good for only a couple. Now 2nd and 8 at the 32-yard line.
A gain of 2.
Brissett
2nd and 8.
Connecting with Burton here over the middle. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. That one good for a 1st down pickup of 18 yards.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
Coming up on 3 minutes left in the half in a 3-3 ball game. Just a pair of field goals to this point. They'll run with Taylor. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a 1st down again.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get them. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the 1st down on that run. Don't just ask for them. Show them that you're supposed to get the football.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's a give to Mack. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Number 25, Marlon.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. Coming up at the half, a reminder we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. Brissett now. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds. So a big call there that brings up 4th.
The coverage was good, but I just wonder if they absolutely fooled the quarterback on that play. I think he was
and he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis.
Touchdown.
Marlon Mack, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Colts have taken the lead.
Well, without a doubt, all credit's got to go to the runner. Found his way into the end zone, but the defensive guys just not wrapping up well when they try to tackle him.
And that's the thing. You've got to wrap up. A lot of times these days you see guys, they just want to go as hard as they can and throw their body at somebody. That's not old school football, though.
No, old school football is fundamentals. Wrapping up, locking your hands, and trying to get him on the ground.
And it is up. And it's good. That'll make our score 10-3 now.
Roughing the kicker. Defense.
Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Derrick Henry and the rest of the Titans offense about ready to roll again. And I'm wondering if maybe they don't go away from him on this drive a little bit. He's been great, but they haven't scored a lot of points.
I think they still have to show him as a threat. Make sure he touches it a few times. But as you pointed out, use him as a decoy a little bit and get the ball in the hands of some other people in order to put more points on the board. But he's done a really nice job of establishing them with his running.
Yeah, he's established himself well. Now can they put more points up? Now left side on the swing pass. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
2nd and 12 after the first down pass play went backwards for 2 yards. A shotgun snap for Tannehill. Over the middle to Smith.
Tannehill's
4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. Tannehill throwing again.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
Not much going on this drive. Looks like they're going to have to punt it away, CD.
And right now, I know a lot of their fans are screaming for the OC to change things up, get away from what he's been calling. Sometimes you just need better execution of the plays that have been called.
Here's Brett Kern now as he's on to punt for Tennessee. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Now Jonathan Taylor and the Colts offense retakes center stage. He's been effective so far, over the 40-yard mark here in the 2nd quarter. Don't forget about those guys up front, though. They've been effective, too.
The leverage game has been in their favor. They've been the ones who've been able to bend their knees, drop their hips, and get a little bit lower than the guys on the other side of the football, and they've moved them out of the way for the runner.
Sometimes that's tough for those big fellas.
Not an easy thing for them to do.
Well, they've already allowed 3 sacks in this first half, now a holding penalty.
So I think drastic measures had to be taken, right? The regular way was not working. He was getting hit almost every snap, it felt like. They had to try and keep him upright.
The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half.
Ball at the 26, 2nd and 7.
From the gun, here's Brissett. He's got Burton here. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Brissett sets to throw it. And all this is taken in one-handed. What a catch. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
What a catch, and one-handed, and I'm starting to lose my awe about the play, and maybe I shouldn't. How much of this is the player? How much of it is the glove?
Well, those gloves, they do have a little grip to them,
They
don't
get a little extra tackiness to them now, and I know the guys in the NFL, the competition committee, some other places, they're talking about examining those gloves to see if they're having too much of an effect on the game. Partner, they're less than 2 minutes ago in the game, which means that this challenge was initiated by the fellas in New York.
And if you're the coach, you're thinking, thank you, New York. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Now the Colts will use their third and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. 2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Brissett again. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left.
He was looking for Jack Doyle, the Pro Bowl tight end.
And that'll bring up 2nd down. Taylor. And he's up over midfield and down into Tennessee territory.
Taylor, the ball carrier.
So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. You want the third quarter already? No problem. Let's do it.
Titans 3.
The Titans going to get the ball to start the second half, and they trail here as we get back to it on EA Sports. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
The Titans take over 1st and 10 at their own 23.
Here's Tennessee ready to begin this drive offensively. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. Miller able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
At the 30-yard line.
Now Tannehill. Over the middle here to Brown. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
A first down carry for Henry. And he's going to take this one up only to about the 44-yard line.
Ball carrier.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
1-yard gain. Brings up
on 2nd and 9. Tannehill. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. They were trying to go to Brown once again, and it's 3rd down.
Malik Hooker on the coverage.
Throwing on 3rd down, Tannehill. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. It appears they're going to come up empty on this first drive of the second half, still down by that slim margin. Yeah, and that's okay. You know, when you sit and analyze it, they're not happy about what happened, having to go to the bench. But this gives them a chance to let their defense do some work while they on the sidelines go over what they're doing offensively and formulate a proper plan. So here are the Colts to take over. They were losers a week ago to Baltimore, but they lead things here as they start 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Brissett. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
The Colts ball carrier. The tackle by Kenny Vaccaro. A 5-yard pickup on the play.
Brissett from the gun on 3rd. And he's unable to haul it in. So it falls incomplete over the middle third of the field. And that brings up 4th. Maybe just a lack of concentration there as he couldn't haul it in.
And when you're going across the middle like that, you know, he's running that drag route, you are conscious of all the bodies and the traffic in there. But let's face it, if you're going there, you might as well come down with the football and absorb whatever else happens after that.
And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Brings up 2nd.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he could break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. They'll run with Henry. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 11 yards there, 1st down. He continues to be effective running the football, a big reason that they have the lead.
And I love one of the quotes that I read about him where he said of himself, I love it when a team just hops on my back and I just carry them along.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Henry. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
They really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
And the busy night for Henry continues. And he was able to shed 1 tackle but could not get away from there. Danico Autry is in on the stop.
4 yards on the pickup.
From the 31, Tannehill. He finds Corey Davis. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
And 1.
They'll try to run for it with Miller. And he's going to get the 1st down here as he's taken down at the 22.
Tennessee Titans.
I like the look that they just showed there. When you come out in a passing formation, spread things out a little bit, makes it really hard to cover the middle of the field, doesn't it? Because you got to go out to the perimeter and cover those guys.
Yep, exactly. Got some good blocking, too. Helped him pick up the 1st. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Here's Tannehill. He'll get this one complete to Davis. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
Brings up 2nd and 1.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone.
It looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for 1st and goal.
Back to throw, Tannehill. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out.
Roughing the passer, defense.
And yes, they want the points, so they will decline the penalty, no question there.
You don't think they spent a couple of seconds mulling over what the penalty
I don't
would do
even
for
know
them?
why they asked the sideline.
Not at all. When you put the ball in the end zone on a takeaway, take the points and keep moving.
No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. And he'll put it through, and that evens us up at 10 apiece. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And the result in the end, a Titans touchdown. All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away.
Fielded near the back of the end zone. And no thought of a return here for Hines.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here again comes the captain of this offense leading his crew back out there now. And I guess the question, Charles, is what's the formula for keeping him better protected? Because as we see, the protection, it struggled.
And normally what you get is renewed determination. When the big guy gets hit, that usually sparks people. Hey, we can't let this happen anymore. They take it personally. He's not supposed to be on the ground. But that hasn't been the case so far in this game. So maybe they've got to figure out how do they get rid of the ball faster to help out the offensive line so he doesn't get hit as much.
And we'll see if they can keep him off the ground now going forward.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
From the 27th, Brissett. They'll run the screen with Mack. Give them 5 on the screenplay, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
5 yards on the play. And
Play action now. Brissett. Able to shift, but now he's swallowed up and taken down. Jack Crawford gets in there to drop him for a loss of 13 yards, and it's also 4th down now. We just held on to the football too long there, Charles. That's point blank, right?
Yeah, I agree with that totally. You've got to have that internal clock that goes in your head that says either get rid of the football or flush and go and use your legs and try and pick up the 1st down. I think he hung in there too long, and the blitz got to him.
Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. So possession goes over here on the punt.
the Titans take over.
Time again to see what Ryan Tannehill and the Titans can do.
How do you break down his game so far? Just the 1 touchdown pass, but sometimes the touchdown pass stat category, that doesn't tell the whole story.
It really doesn't. Not until you balance it with the error side, you know, and in this case, he hasn't thrown any interceptions. So a lot of people would call this almost a pedestrian game, kind of a bus driver game, but that's just really wrong. Being a bus driver is a good thing if you're running a football team, because that means you're in control and you're taking your team to the right places.
Yeah, he's been pretty solid. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 15 yards on the play, first down. Seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage, but every one of these RPOs, if you do it right and they look the same, whether it's handed off inside or the quarterback keeps it, that allows you to fool the defense so often. And in this case, fooled them with the inside run.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now it's Henry. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41.
Taken down at the 41.
And we're at the 41, 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
They'll run it again with Henry. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
For the Colts, an extra defensive back in there now on third down. From the gun, here's Tannehill. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there. That brings up fourth. Well, third down, he tried to stay in bounds, did all he could. He caught it, but was led a little bit too far.
Yeah, and that's always difficult, isn't it? Because you know half of your body is trying to stay behind while the other half is reaching out, trying to catch the football. The top half worked. It was the bottom half that was in question. It looked good when it left his foot, but he kind of sliced it a little bit, and he winds up missing it wide right.
First and 10, Taylor now. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
The tackle made by
1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Second down and 7. They'll run it out of the gun with Mack. They'll get only a couple down to the 44. The Colts on third down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This will be third and 5.
And it's third down.
Out of the gun, Brissett. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he's on to punt for Indianapolis. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. And this one's out of bounds. Should be inside the 10, I think it is. At the 6-yard line. Derrick Henry trots back out there and gets ready to go. So after that hot start, the numbers here show the decline. What has the defense done adjustment-wise?
Sometimes when you have a running back who's getting off to a hot start, you've got to catch him before he really gets going. So you change what you do across the defensive front. Instead of the linebackers being back a few yards, you bring them up closer. It's what we call mugging the line of scrimmage, taking away a lot of blocking angles and gaps, and maybe stopping him before he can get going.
Mugging the line of scrimmage, okay.
Yeah, in this case.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Miller. And just not much to be had there. 1 yard out to the 10. They had 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there.
A 1-yard gain. Brings
from the gun on third down, Tannehill. The open man is Smith. And he's taken down, but able to get this up to the 20-yard line.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
Both teams working on short rest, but this has been one of the better Thursday night games we've seen as they come up here on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Tannehill. He completes this into the hands of Miller. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
A gain of 5.
Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. A 20th carry now for Derrick Henry. And he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage with a penalty flag down. This might push him back further. So that one will be accepted. After the penalty, it's Miller. And a short gain across the 15 to the 17-yard line. The Titans on third down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. They will find Davis. That's complete. And they will stop him short They get him to the ground at the 27. No first down. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a first down.
Naheem Hines on the return. The Colts take over first down.
And now Indianapolis set to take the field. Excellent job by their defense to force the punt and provide them with this opportunity, all tied in the 4th quarter. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 40. A carry by Taylor to start the drive. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage with a flag down here to boot. So they may back up further. Now Brissett. A good throw here finding Pascal. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 23 yards, the final tally.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
They'll run on first down. It's Taylor. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage.
Taylor is the ball carrier.
The tackle is made by Adoree Jackson.
The line of scrimmage.
Defensively, though, they had a chance there to hit him for a loss. Couldn't get it done.
Looked like someone was able to knife into the backfield, but he wasn't able to get him down. But his compatriots, they were able to grab him at the line of scrimmage and not let him get any further downfield.
2nd down, Brissett. They call that a loss of 6 yards. And it's 3rd down now.
And it's 3rd down.
The Colts on 3rd down. Not so hot. 2 for 9 to this point. This will be 3rd and 15. And Pascal's got it. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 33. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. They go play action with Brissett. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And incomplete on the deep ball. He was looking that time to get it to Paris Campbell, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 10.
Throwing again, Brissett on 2nd and 10. He's got Jack Doyle. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 22-yard line. First down, Brissett. He'll get this one to Pittman. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. They'll throw again. Brissett. This is caught. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. Another good reception there. The Colts on the march.
First and goal.
Well, they obviously read man coverage their partner, and he got downfield and broke down the defender. Made him
what do you mean by that, Burke?
Yeah, he made him think he was going to run a different route. Probably thought he was going to take it upfield. Then he curls back inside for the completion.
And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage.
That's an excellent stop right there here in this tie game. They're doing their best to hold the fort and at least force a field goal attempt.
From back at the 4, here's second and goal. From the gun, here's Brissett. That's caught at the 3. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Marlon Mack with his second touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Colts have broken our tie as they take the lead. CD, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you've got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes it a 17-10 score. Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. Fielded in the end zone. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. The Titans now just about ready to take over. And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this fourth quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. Tannehill and the Titans come up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. From the gun, he'll set up to throw. Smith catches left side. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a first down.
1st and 10 at the 30.
On first down, Tannehill. He'll find Miller. That's complete. And shutting him off, now open field. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. That's a 12-yard gain now on back-to-back plays.
Like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
Tannehill throwing complete there to Humphries.
Tannehill's pass.
Got the defense on their heels. 2 first downs in a row and now a pickup of 8. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. The DeForest Buckner using those big hands and getting in there and bringing him down for the sack.
Enough takes to start to have a good drive, quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
3rd and long, it's Tannehill. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. On 4th down, Tannehill. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Getting in there to break that one up, Rock Ya-Sin.
Now that's just simply good coaching and excellent technique on that play. You know why? Because everyone wants to rush the passer when they want to throw the football, but you're not always going to get there. So what are you taught to do? When the ball's finally thrown, get your hands up in the passing lanes, and they batted that one away.
No. Indy set to go on offense once more. And barring mistakes, they should be able to kneel this one out and finish it off. And there's only 1 timeout remaining on the defensive side of the ball, so that doesn't really come into play either. They're coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Now the Titans will use their third and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
This a 2nd and 7 from the 37. A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2. They'll try and run for the first with Taylor.
And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. Indianapolis moving the chains there on a gain of 12.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
The Colts in victory formation now as they take the knee.
Yeah, it's fun to kneel down in front of your home crowd, but when you go on the road, that band of brothers attitude, right, just us against the world, and get it done, how happy are they?
I remember a coach at a previous stop telling me, you get a win on the road, doesn't matter the opponent, get out of there like you stole something. And they did in this one. So this one winds up an Indianapolis victory. And you look back over the score sheet, interesting. A very clean game, no turnovers by either side.
An absolute rarity when we watch games now because defenses have put such an emphasis on taking the ball away. Well, what we saw here was offenses spending their time saying, look, you know they're coming for it. Ball security is paramount. So they worked on that, not just a week of practice, but I'm sure all during training camp. Make sure when you have it, tuck it away because danger lurks everywhere you turn.
So for Indianapolis, they pick up their second win now on